May 27th, Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. How we all doing? This is my second live video for the Candle Enthusiast channel, but it's really the first official live. The first one was really just a kind of a test run for myself. I had never done a live mobile stream before, and that's exactly what we're doing today because I'm getting a new MacBook in a little bit. This guy right here, Italy. We already have somebody from Italy. This is great. How we doing? And there you go, Tracy. See, I warned you this time. This is a MacBook Air. This is not gonna do this live YouTube streaming thing. So I'm gonna wait for the new MacBook Pros to come out. Once I have that, we'll have a little bit more interactiveness, if you will, through the computer live chats. But not only is it Memorial Day weekend, it is the weekend of Yankee Candle's semi-annual sale. Utah, Kayleen, how we doing? Thanks for joining. So I did dash out yesterday to Yankee Candle, and I really had nothing on my to-get list. Just kind of took a quick look around, and I thought what I would do is share with you Angie Clementine, Houston. I love this. Show you what I got. Now I'm not going to review, I'm not going to evaluate these candles, and I'm going to try to answer any questions that you might have along the process. Hello from the UK, right back at you. How you doing? South Florida. All right. We just posted a video on a candle company based out of Florida. We just posted it a few minutes ago. Very cool. So I'm not going to evaluate these candles. I might stick my nose in a couple of the jars, giving my initial opinion, because I haven't smelled any of the new lines. We're talking about the fall collection and the See America collection. I bought all of them, and I'm going to actually really film, edit, and then post my reviews, my analyses, my evaluations on all those candles. But I did want to give you a look at those candles up close and personal, and some of the other things I picked up for the semi-annual sale. And this is just the beginning. I got a big day ahead of me on Monday. I'm heading up to South Deerfield, Massachusetts, the Flagship store, and I'm gonna try a live chat up there. How does that sound? I think that might be really fun. They have really bad cell phone service, but we'll try to do our best. I will try to find that candle when I'm up at Deerfield. These things disappear so fast. Beautiful setting. It is, isn't it? I'm on a deck, and you know how elevated decks, they're a little wobbly, so I feel like the camera might jostle just a little bit. But as long as you can deal with that, and Santa Claus poking his head in the background, I thought we would sit outside today because look, before we jump into any of this Yankee Candle stuff, let's talk about these meteorologists real quick. As of last night of around 10 p.m., it was supposed to be rainy, cloudy, super cold, and it's been one of the prettiest days here in upstate New York all week long. I just don't know what to believe anymore. If I had known the weather was going to be so well, I would have took my backpack and maybe ventured up into the mountains and done. I wouldn't want to have carried these candles up there, I suppose. But I guess let's do that. So let's take a look at what I got. And honestly, I can't even remember myself. It was so quick, it was one of those moments when you go into Yankee Candle and they know who you are, and they're like, "Oh, what can I get for you?" And you know, they're literally pulling the candles for me off the shelves and putting them into baskets. So this is bag number 1. And excuse my hands. My hands are going to be shaking. A lot of you guys asked me. You're a little worried about that. I shake like a scared little chihuahua. It's a mixture of sugar issues and way too much coffee. But I assure you there's nothing wrong with me. So we have these National Park Advocate stickers that came with the See America collection. Now I could have purchased these in the smaller tumblers, but I'm sorry, you know, I really love, for one, paraffin wax. I love the look of paraffin wax, and that's not it. And I love the classic house warmer jar. And the labels are nice and big, and they're really well done. And not only are the labels beautiful, this right here, as we can see, is the Grand Canyon. So let's call this number 1 of the 6, the Grand Canyon National Park candle. Nice big label with it's really kind of hard to tell. Can you see that? Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. I can actually scroll back. Yeah, nice artwork on these. I'm sorry if I sound a little scatterbrained. I really am. This is trial by fire for me right now, guys. But what's really cool, we got a secondary label on the back, which I haven't even looked at. It does have the fragrance notes on there. I'm going to try not to look at that. It's got the name of the artist and a little bit more about the collection on the back. Really cool. You know, in a time where, you know, it's like a lot of candles are coming out and you feel like they're very similar, or at least in the same theme or concept. It's nice to see a collection that's as diverse as this is. I don't want to stick my nose in there because we got to keep that for the evaluation, right? But I'm very tempted. So just in case you don't know what the See America collection is, it's a brand new collection that Yankee Candle released, I don't know, several weeks ago. Yeah, I do too. We have Nicole commenting on how they changed up the artwork. You know what? I think a way that Yankee Candle could really kind of extinguish maybe some of the problems that folks have with the new look and design is just by mixing it up. You know, give us stuff like this. Change the label, format, size. Get artists to do very specific pieces of work for the concept at hand. Now this is the Everglades National Park candle, and again on the back we have the fragrance notes. I'm gonna give this one a sniff real quick since we have South Florida representation here. Florida, Everglades, where? Oh man, I'm not even gonna get into that. Wow. Can you hear the birds? What about other ambient sounds? Am I speaking loud enough? Right off the bat, and you guys know this by now. I'm not making fun of the candles by now, but I always like to use descriptors that are that remind me of candy from childhood. And one of the candies that I'm smelling right off the bat, if anyone's got this at home, grab it off the shelf and smell it. Tell me you don't smell banana Laffy Taffy, or banana runts if you want to go there, but more specifically banana Laffy Taffy. Of course, there's so much other beautiful things going on, but that will be one descriptor I will use when I review these candles. And as long as we got you guys in the chat room, I want to remind you, let's hit that like button, as long as I'm not screwing up too bad. Alright, we have the Badlands National Park. You know, soft focus, I apologize. Alright, so Elizabeth, she's getting that banana too. Yeah, you know, I haven't even taken a good look at the artwork, and now it's like the first time I'm really getting a good eyeful. So the Badlands National Park. Let's get through these quick, because you guys probably know what these are. And I think what I'm gonna do is review these 6 candles while I am up at South Deerfield. Thank you, Nancy. A little bit overexposed back here, but you do what you can. I'm gonna go to the Flagship store, maybe sit outside on a bench, maybe in their gazebo if I get not too many people wandering around, and I'll review all 6 of these candles. What have you guys purchased? Did you guys go out yet for the sale? Did you find anything? It's Rebecca and 9-year-old Chanel. How we doing? All the way from Seattle. Got my coffee. Burbank, big boy. Bob's big boy. All right, now this one hits close to home. The Golden Gate Bridge, or the Golden Gate National Park, I should say. We never have a sale in Germany. I'm sorry. Every time I'm at South Deerfield, I always put a little pin in Germany representing our Germany fans. But I lived very close to San Francisco for many years, and I would frequent the base, one of the far ends of the Golden Gate Bridge, because it's one of the very few locations where Alfred Hitchcock actually got out of the studio. He left the studio, Universal Studios in Los Angeles, and shot on location. And down underneath the bridge is where Jimmy Stewart jumped in and saved Kim Novak from the treacherous waters in the classic Vertigo. I should have quizzed you guys to see if you knew that. Alright, I want to save that one. Candles. Never on sale in the Netherlands either. My parents were just in San Francisco and loved it. What do they do when they are in San Francisco? They do the normal tourist stuff. You know, it's funny. I lived there and I didn't do any of the tourist stuff. Hello. Someone just said hello, Candle Enthusiast, and I missed your name. I'd never been to Alcatraz. Alcatraz, there you go. I've never done the Alcatraz. They have like the night tour, which is like totally up my alley too. I've never done that. Smoky Mountains. Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers. Maybe this is a spoiler alert, but this is a place that we're going to see the Candle Enthusiast, this channel, that being myself, of course. We're going to be going to the Smoky Mountain region within the year, hopefully sooner rather than later. And we have big plans down there to do a bunch of really fun stuff. A lot of fun people to meet when we go down there. Went to Buena Vista, yeah, got some Irish coffees. Went during the day, it was really cool and interesting. That's Alcatraz, yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Growing up, I loved the film Escape from Alcatraz. And do you guys remember when David Copperfield, I might be dating myself here, but when David Copperfield escaped from Alcatraz in the early 80s? I'm fantastic. Well, thank you, Becky. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to Smoky Mountains. will Santa accompany me to the Smoky Mountains? I don't think I really have a choice. I think if I don't put him in my duffel bag, he somehow ends up in the car. It sounds creepy. It sounds like I have this like Santa garden gnome who stalks me. But that's kind of our relationship. I actually picked him up on the road on the way to Santa's Village, a video I did back in November. Dolly Parton's from there. Yes, yes. I would love to go to Dollywood. I would love to do that. I hope I have enough time to actually maybe throw in a day at Dollywood. Thank you for saying that I make very nice videos. I appreciate that. I really do. I put a lot of work and effort into every video I make. Speaking of which, I want to do one little plug. It was a completely non-sponsored video, but the video I just posted about 5 minutes prior to this live video was a craft. I don't want to say small, but definitely a passionate, handcrafted candle company called One Fur as in like dog fur, One Fur All, and they're all pet-friendly fragrances, and super nice folks. They sent me a bunch of items, and I just took the box of items and I went off to a state park here in New York, and reviewed the candles without ever smelling them before. Just smelled them, described them completely blind. A lot of fun, and I was really impressed. So make sure you check out that video. Because as much as I love the big companies, Yankee Candle, really getting into Bath and Body Works now. I know I'm a newbie when it comes to Bath and Body Works. I'm very fascinated and passionate about these smaller craft, hand-poured, artisanal candle companies. I think that is going to be the future of the candle industry, or at least in part. Yankee Candle's not going anywhere, but I think we're going to start seeing more of these craft candle companies. There's a more intimacy between the artist, the candle, and the consumer, I find. Cape Cod National Seashore, Massachusetts. Wow. A lot of syllables there. Yes. Okay, so now that we have the 6 Sea Americas, I love how I describe the candles. I appreciate that. I take a lot of pride in what I do. I mean, I wasn't trained to be a candle evaluator. Nice to see. I'm glad you caught this one live too. I wasn't trained to be a candle evaluator. I'm from the wine industry. I worked in the wine industry for a bunch of years, and I was actually studied and trained to be a sommelier. Sommelier is just a fancy name for someone who knows a lot about wine. So relying on my nose and my judgment every moment, every single instant, every single, let's just say every single moment throughout the day was very important. Because when you're dealing with $100, $200, $300+ bottles of wine, you really want to make sure you're serving the right wine, and a wine that is showing nicely and is not flawed in any kind of way. And to be able to ensure that you're doing that, you really have to train your nose to pick up even the slightest, smallest, most subtle notes on that beverage. And naturally that just progressed into my fascination with candles. But I've always had a fascination with candles. It just became a little bit more serious as time went on. Alright, and we all know this. I was going to announce it when I first found out, but I figured you guys would find out from Sean or Anthony, Kevin, that Yankee Candle had purchased I think that's what they did. They purchased the WoodWick candle company, and that's not it. And that was pretty big news. Pretty big news. Kind of like what Bath and Body Works did with White Barn. Interesting. And so I picked up a WoodWick candle, and I wasn't planning on doing it. I found that out. So yeah, Rebecca just found out when she went in not too long ago. And honestly, just for me, I found out honestly not too long ago myself, but things just have moved so fast. And I probably wouldn't pick out. I wasn't gonna pick up anything because this wasn't on sale. But the name of this candle that's funny. It's not like printed anywhere on the candle except for the very bottom, very small print. How could I say no to this? The name of this candle, Radish and Rhubarb. Man, I like that. Whether it smells like radish and rhubarb, the fact that they're bold enough to go with a fragrance called radish and rhubarb, I think that's amazing. You find the crackling of the wood irritating. I could see that. Very, I'm gonna do my full reviews, guys. Remember, I'm gonna do my full reviews, but it's very candy-esque right there. Yeah, it's I agree with you, Angie. That's I have a feeling this is one of those that seems like it would be appropriate to burn within the next several months, but based on my first impressions, this has a very holiday feel to it. How does it smell? You're putting me on the spot. Well, I won't break it down completely, but let me see if I can find a candy note for you. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. All right. If we're gonna do candy, because I love to do candy, strawberry airheads. Do they still make airheads? Please tell me they do. That's something I really liked as a kid because they didn't have them all over the place. So whenever I found them, I'm like, Mom, Dad, please, buy me these. Strawberry airheads. So what I mean by that is it has a very perceived tartness when you smell it. But of course, underneath that, also very sweet as well. Oh, good. Airheads are still with us. But realistically, this smells definitely rhubarb. But not like, this is definitely like a cooked down rhubarb, red fruit, cranberry, pomegranate, goji berry kind of thing. Like, think of all of the red fruits, put them in a bowl, throw them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then take a big whiff of that cooked down red fruit. You're picking up the birds. I'm shooting this with the iPhone 7 Plus right now, so I think that's a testament to this phone, because although I hear them, I can't imagine you guys are hearing them that much. Rhubarb and strawberry pie is awesome. I would not disagree, Nancy. I would not. Although, if you guys don't know this, and this goes with my sugar thing, I'm not a big sweets person. So whenever I have sweets, it's a huge occasion. So are the birds too loud? Let's address this right now, because I do have other forms with vanilla ice cream. Yes, Tracy. I do have other forms of microphone. I can put a lavalier or a lapel microphone on if they are too disturbing. The birds sound great. Thank you, Angie. And just so I know, how many seconds delay between when you type and I read your message. Is it like 15 seconds? Because I'm seeing all the birds' comments right now. Very fast. Okay, good. All right, so how about I jump into some of the other things I got? Look, I mean, this is I listed this live chat as semi-annual sale. They did honor a buy one get one off these C Americas. So I got the WoodWick, radish, rhubarb, and I didn't address the radish. Do I smell the radish? I do, but it's covered pretty well. But it does have that earthiness of that radish in there. So that's quite exciting. It's gonna be really fun to actually review that candle and maybe even burn that candle because I want to hear the wick. All right, so these are, again, not. I go into the semi-annual sale to buy things that are on sale. I end up buying all of the things that are not on sale. I do have some things that I got on sale. I haven't burned WoodWick, and you guys are gonna think I'm so lame because I call myself the Candle Enthusiast, and I'm so unfamiliar with a lot of large candle companies. But yeah, look at that shirt. That was a gift from Monica Carlson, my sister-in-law, Music Awards, Disney. I've just always been very loyal to Yankee Candle, and when I really started to get into candles, it's really when I started branching out into the smaller candle companies. And it's not that I have anything against WoodWick, White Barn, Bath and Body Works. In fact, it's just the contrary. Everything I smelled from these companies have amazed me, but that's why I'm an enthusiast. I'm not an aficionado. I'm an enthusiast. I'm excited to learn and discover, but I do not know everything about everything when it comes to the candle industry. Do I burn pure radiance? I did. I do try to. Maybe it's my OCD. Maybe it's just because I'm just a sucker for the house warmer jar. I stick with the house warmer jars, but I've purchased many pure radiance candles, and I just really enjoy paraffin wax. Oh, they do. So the WoodWicks crackle a lot more. Well, that's good to know. And are you guys? So is it a consensus that it's annoying, or is it pleasant? Because it's like, in order to hear it and enjoy it, you kind of have to not be doing anything else. Like, you can't be listening to music. You can't be watching a movie when you're burning one of these. You have to just be kind of sitting, like on the couch, quiet, listening to the candle burn. So I can see how it could be annoying if you got like some movies on. Yeah, it's annoying when you have to concentrate. Fun in the right setting. Okay. Crackling of the fireplace. I like the crackle of WoodWick. Angie likes it. Very cool. I used to, you know what I used to do? I used to just put YouTube videos on of fireplaces burning when I lived in California, even though I did have a fireplace in the house I lived in, while I burned my candles. All right, guys, so I think we're ready for this fall collection. Now, you've probably seen these in the new catalog, but if you saw them in the stores, you will not have seen one of these candles. So there are 5 here in front of me, and but there's actually 6 in total. So for the fall fragrances, we have sweet fig and pomegranate. I really wish I could get that to focus for you guys, but I don't. Yeah, so if I do that, it just brings up the comments. It does. You know what? Fig. If you guys are ever out in Sonoma in wine country, there is a restaurant called The Girl and the Fig, and man, they put fig just about in everything. And I fell in love with fig going to this restaurant, and adding pomegranate to the mix, that just makes it all the more better. Did I pick up on the fig? You guys again are trying to. I'll give it a quick sniff, because remember, I'm reviewing these at a later date. I'm actually probably going to record my review on these 5 candles tonight. See, this is the stuff I cut out of my videos, guys. I could sit here for 5 minutes. I smell fig, but it's manipulated. You know, it's what I mean by that is it's an assortment of things that produces the effect of fig, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I actually get a lot of nuttiness on this, which is something that's not pictured at all. That's really nice. Interesting. So we have the sweet fig pomegranate. Oh my God. They did good. And please feel free to disagree with me if you guys want to. But I think they've done really good with the names and the photography, the looks. We have sugared. Again, wish that was in focus, and I wish my hands weren't shaking. Sugared pumpkin swirl, and I just love the color here. Again, it's all in those small details. That color alone brings such elegance to this. I mean, it really does. Just you know, and the trim of that chrome on the label. I mean, it makes this look like look like a luxury candle. Bam. Someone's sadly not impressed with the fall collection. I missed the name, but that's okay. That's okay. To be honest with you, I haven't even smelled them yet, so I can't even tell you. But yeah, I mean, what's pictured, you guys are never gonna see it. It's you know, one of those classic like cream pumpkins that's all like blinged out. It's got not rhinestones, but like, I don't know how else to say it, like little chrome buttons all over it. Anything pumpkin all year round. It does look elegant. Ice cream for days. Sugared pumpkin swirl. I really want to smell it, guys. I can't. I have to save it. Sunset Fields. Let's do that. It's a little bit better. So not a lot of information given to us here, and that's okay. I like that. Sunset Fields. The name doesn't give too much away, and the picture it really just shows us many sunflowers. So that will be an interesting one to jump into. Warm Luxe Cashmere. Yeah, you know what? With the popularity of, you know, like these warm cotton, comfy blankets, you know, linen, clean linen candles that people love so much. I love them too. I like them, let's say. It's no wonder the Yankee Candle doesn't produce more of them. So it's good to see them come out with one in cashmere. That seems like such an easy choice. And then this one is Yeah, this one's great. Pictured is what looks like an alcoholic beverage. Yankee Candle's certainly into the libations the past year and a half or so. Some form of whiskey based, maybe it couldn't be brandy, whiskey based cocktail with an apple wedge. And it's called Honey Crisp. And if you guys have never had a Honey Crisp apple, super sweet. Super sweet. They're very tart, but the sweetness, the ratio of the sweetness is way up here. And crisp is a very good adjective for it because they are very crispy. Honey Crisp apple cider. So maybe a mulled cider cocktail beverage. And Angie's saying it didn't smell like cider to her. It smelled like fresh apple. Interesting. Fresh apple, like you just took a bite out of the apple, or maybe like oxidized apple, like apple juice, like a sweetened apple, but not apple cider. Macintosh. Very cool. Oh, I love Macintosh. If you guys could see, which you can't, Macintosh trees, all back there. So we just showed you the 5. You will need a lot because these I don't know, I haven't smelled them yet, but from a conceptually, I really like them so far. But one that is not in stores, and I don't know what the purpose is. It will be a retail exclusive, the 6th candle, meaning it won't be at Bed Bath & Beyond. You won't find it at any other place where you can find Yankee Candles. It will be a retail only candle, and that's going to be called, let me see if I can get in really close for you. Can you guys see that one right there? It's called, and these are very weird adjectives, or at least the first adjective, Dazzling Red Maple. And Julie Sugar Pie Cottage saying, I'm so lucky that I live next to Yankee Candle Village. I don't live next to Yankee Candle Village. I frequent all the time, but I am a solid, depends on where I am. I usually try to go when I'm passing it, because as you guys know, I travel a lot, especially in the New England area. But as far as my home base right now, I'm a solid 4 hours away from Yankee Candle Village. But it's always a fun ride up there, and I love Massachusetts. So, Dazzling Red Maple. Where did they get this adjective, dazzling? And I'm curious to know if this is going to take more of an earthy, autumnal leaves, decaying leaves, forest floor approach, or if it is going to be more of the classic New England maple syrup, kind of like the Deerfield exclusive New England maple. I'm guessing it's going to be the first one I described. But very cool. So we have 6 falls. They also did release the titles and the names of the first wave of the winter candles. Elizabeth asked, I wonder if it will be like Radiant Red Maple from Bath and Body Works. While I was at Yankee Candle yesterday, I was talking with a few of the employees, associates, and some of the shoppers as well, and we were all kind of asking the same thing. It's, I don't know what that is. It's funny. It's like, how are they trying? Are they kind of following the statistics, and they're trying to, like, make people happy by giving them similar products, or are they trying to, like, they did this, so now we're going to do this? I think the biggest example was the lemon candles. You know, the battle of the lemon candles was sugared lemon zest and Sicilian lemon, very similar. And then what's the other one? It's eluding me at the moment. Honey tangerine and honey clementine. I mean, it's like, what? And the funny thing is, well, I won't get into it now. Radiant Red Maple was sugary sweet, and I personally hope Dazzling Red Maple has an autumn leaves vibe. I echo that statement completely. I gotta move this up, guys. You guys, it's Saturday. It's a holiday weekend. Coffee was the big trend this spring. It was. And yet, I still didn't get, Angie, my hardcore espresso-based coffee candle. I don't know what it is. I know other candle companies can reproduce the fragrance of a very strong coffee bean, but I just don't think the bigger companies want to go there yet. I think a lot of people associate coffee with more of the milk and sugar-based coffee beverages. Paris Cafe from Bath and Body Works. I will. I wish all these comments were being recorded. In the future, they will be when we do this on the MacBook Pro. Stormwatch. I'm going to return it. Why? Because I have it. I don't know what I was thinking. I meant to buy, was it Summer Storm? Someone recommended, not someone, a very loyal follower from Germany, asked if I could review it, and I'm like, yeah, because I don't think I've ever even spent a lot of time with it. And I made a big boo-boo, so I'll be returning this at South Deerfield. I love Evening Air. I concur. Evening Air. I'm trying to recall that. I need some coffee. No kidding, Elizabeth. All right, you guys ready for this? Now, I could be unveiling earth-shattering news in this moment, or I could be reviewing or unveiling something everybody knows. But this is a candle that hasn't been around for, I'm not going to overestimate, but let's say at least 7 years. So this is technically a treasure, right? And we all know that the treasures, right, come in, the classic horizontal labels, right? They don't come in the newer labels. Well, that's not the newer label, but you know what I mean. But check this out. I wonder if there's something to this. Maybe this is a first look in adapting to a different label. Maybe this keyhole label. Maybe Yankee Candle's going to try something different. And why am I saying that? Because look at this treasure. Unless they're just going to start making all the treasures look like this. Very old fragrance called Ginger Citrus with the horizontal label. It is a new photograph. It is not the same photograph as all those years ago. It does have the new font, and it has a gold band. It's all formatted differently, and it's white font on kind of an ochre banner. But look at that. Have you guys... Okay, so Angie's seen this. It's a hybrid label. isn't this like a huge compromise? Wouldn't this be a huge compromise for, I mean, I've made my peace with the new labels. I have nothing bad to say anymore. But the font, yeah, I would like to see the font of, Nicole, the font of the Yankee Candle, or the font down the name of the candle? And same to you, Angie. Is it the font of Yankee Candle, or the font of the candle name? Yeah, I mean, to me, you know, I come from not only a wine background, but a film, or I should say photography background. I'm not a great photographer, but it has been a large part of my life, and I've been a big proponent of the fact that candles tell stories. These are essentially scratch and sniff books. They tell us stories. The pictures provoke feelings. It sets our imagination aflame, gets those wheels turning. And when you limit that spark, when you limit that flame, that imagination's not going to have enough to hold on to. So I'm always a big fan of the physical aesthetics. It's redundant. The aesthetics of the candle to help tell us the story of the fragrance. But I'm going to review this one as well. I actually never owned it. I remember seeing pictures of it, and I saw it on the shelf, and I'm like, what on earth is that? It's the only one I've seen with this label. There's more. And these are all based on requests. A lot of people request for me to do candles, and I need to start getting around to them, because I keep promising, yeah, I'll do that candle. And most of the candles I have, but there's some candles of the past few years that I never got my hands on. One being Catching Rays. I never bought this one. I just never did. I think I had full plans on it, but this is when this was out only for a short period of time before the labels changed. So that will be reviewed very shortly, coming up. And then this has just been way too long. Is that the Pillar? Yeah, it's what is this? A medium single wick Pillar. Soy wax, of course. Monica Carlson. My sister-in-law has joined us. That's very sweet. Monica, if you don't know, Monica joins me every so often on some of my videos, and it's a shame that she can't be a part of the show more frequently. She lives all the way out in Los Angeles. That's the problem. But she's got an incredible nose. She actually really is like a sister. You know, she's kind of crazy like me. She's obsessed with aromas and beverages and food and all that stuff. So together, we're kind of like wackos when it comes to smelling things, candles. We were in Malibu not too long ago on the side of the road, just smelling plants and flowers. And speaking of Monica, one of her favorite candles, Mountain Lodge. You know, again, it's probably the number one recommended candle for me to evaluate, and you know, I had never gotten to it. So that will I have a very special location where I want to review this candle, so I'm going to hold on to that. I got these at great prices. I think they were $9.99. Is that a great price? Who knows? After you spend all this, does it really matter anymore? Folks, I think that's it. That's going to be the first wave of candles for the semi-annual sale 2017. And Monica, you did show up at the right moment, right at the end. And and you know, I apologize that a lot of this stuff isn't really anything that was on sale, but uh, this is essentially what the next week is going to be as far as my channel, the Candle Enthusiast, stuff that we're going to be talking about. But remember, a lot of traveling. Not only are we going to South Deerfield, the flagship store, Yankee Candle, I love saying that, but we are going to be going to several other locations. In fact, I was supposed to be in Scranton today. I was going to show you some cool office, you know, the sitcom office shooting locations, but I had to cancel last minute because I actually have to leave tomorrow, so for Massachusetts, and then visit a bunch of places after that. So if you guys have, I've kept you very long, and if you guys have family around the house, I don't want to keep you too long, but I will answer any questions if you have it, and please feel free, if you need to take off, go for it. But we're at 51 minutes and 15 seconds, so I'll hang around for the full hour and see what you guys got. And I'll try to read as best as I can. Just don't make fun of my expression as I try to read off the phone. So, no one make it 1 hour. Monica wants me to make it 1 hour. That's what I'm gonna do. That was what I was hoping for. And Elizabeth loved the live show. See, thank you. I can't express enough how good that makes me feel. Taking my son to a carnival tonight. Nicole's taking her son to a carnival tonight. How fun does that sound? Get cotton candy for me, but it's got to be blue. So this isn't. I'm so worried because if you notice my videos, they're very tightly edited. And I actually get, you too, Nancy. I cut my videos very tight because I'm very self-conscious about, you know, them running too long. When I review candles, I can sometimes sit there for hours. So I try to trim them as much as I can. So I was always worried about doing live videos, that I would just have you guys hanging around. But thank you for, I see 24 likes. I mean, for first live, I'm very happy with that. Thank you so much. Live videos are okay to be long. Well, that's what I heard. But I just hope I can be entertaining for you guys, or at least Monica. Yeah, Monica's commenting on the sound of the birds. And yeah, everyone was commenting on that before. It's the sun is being hidden by the clouds, so you can see a little bit more now. But tons of pine trees everywhere, so the birds are just camping out, chilling, enjoying the holiday weekend, singing their tunes. It's Linda Carlson by Shane. From Linda and Carol. That's going to be my mom and my aunt. They've joined the chat. Bye mom. Bye Carol. Monica asked, what's your favorite candle on the table? You probably talked about it, but I came late. Well, Monica, I haven't, other than, there's a few exceptions, I haven't evaluated any of these. I bought them yesterday. I stuck my nose in a few of them, but I'm saving it for the camera because I'm going to do my evaluations on all of these candles into separate videos and post them throughout the week. And what's going to be fun is I'm going to do them all in different locations. I'm going to do the 6 brand new See America candles at the Yankee Candle Village in South Deerfield. And I want to apologize now if I'm missing anyone's, and I know I am, if I'm missing people's questions or comments, I apologize. I really do. Just feel free to type it as many times until I see it. Do I have a Yankee Candle jar in my car? Or do I have a Yankee jar in my car? I had one of the, God, I had a lot of Halloween ones and autumn ones that I purchased one semi-annual sale years ago, and I bought way too many. So it's usually witch's brew, candy corn, autumn wreath, one or the other. But they're not the jars. They're just the regular air fresheners. If you melted wax, I was wondering if you melted wax myself. Um, okay, so Nancy's excited for the lineup. That's good. That's good. I'm very excited too. Yeah, and what's great about going to South Deerfield, the flagship. Did you like the scent portables for the car from Bath and Body Works? Yeah, I did. I only opened up one, and what was the name of it? It was really good. Nicole asked if I liked the scent. I think the scent portables from Bath and Body Works. I bought one, and it lasted like a month. I mean, it was insane. Monica says my next live should be to attempt to make a candle. Well, that is in the works. That is in the works. Seaside candle. Oh man, all your comments are disappearing so fast. Yeah, candle making is something that I've kind of purposely dodged the topic. Uh, we will be addressing the candle making process in the near future on this channel. So if you'd like to be a part on that side of the spectrum of candle making, we're going to be speaking with actual candle makers, and darn good ones, if you ask me, throughout the U.S., throughout what I've scheduled throughout the remainder of 2017, and I'm very excited about that. The melt cups, I haven't done it myself, but I would imagine how they formulate them. Angie, I'll get to your question in a second. How they formulate them and the power and the intensity that they have, I'm sure they're great, especially if you have like large dogs and children around the house. I think it's awesome. I really do. I have no qualms with the melt cups. No qualms at all. And Angie, she's looking forward to the South Deerfield. I just posted a 40-minute video of South Deerfield. If you guys can take more South Deerfield, you guys are awesome. Children stink. Children stink. Well, yes, I suppose when it comes to fire, children don't seem to be compatible with flame. Do you click? Okay, so I didn't get all that question, but do I collect candles? I won't say I collect them anymore. I think you get to a point where it's like what it is. I bought candles to burn. That's always been the thing. And then once it gets to the point where you're just collecting them, it's the same thing with wine. If you have like 2,000 bottles of wine in your wine collection, like good luck. I mean, if you really plan on drinking 2,000 bottles of wine throughout the course of your life, that's going to be a really hard task. As lovely as it sounds, it's just not. It's not something. So you get to a certain point with candles, and it's the same thing. It's like, you get a candle, you share it with a family member or a friend. Someone comes over to your place, and you're like, oh, I love that candle that's burning. And you're like, you know what? Why don't you just take it? That's what it's come down to for me. I mean, there was a point where I wouldn't even burn them, but just like with wine, it's all about the experience. It's all about the moment you burn it, what you're doing when you're burning it, and the memory that you have of that moment. But I do have, as it stands, a very decently large size Yankee Candle collection. I am Irish. I have never have 200 bottles of wine. I'm trying to learn more about wine. Well, I think the great thing about learning about wine these days is the interwebs, the internet. The internet, so much to learn. There's a whole new generation of wine enthusiasts, aficionados, and it's not, thankfully, the industry is not as pretentious as it was in the past. One more question, because we've exceeded. Okay, know what you mean. It's the experience. You took the words right out of my mouth. Perfect. Love YouTube. So many things. Yeah, YouTube is it's certainly changed. It's changed my life. It sounds weird. I've only been doing this for 8 months, but man, I wish I'd been doing this for years. It's just been such a delight, a pleasure to be able to just be me, do my thing, share the things I love and passionate about, and then just you guys find me and just throw the love right back at me. I'm fully invested. I'm fully invested in this channel. There's no intention of ever quitting. Angie's going to wine appreciation tonight. Have a great day, Shane. Always a pleasure. Right back at you. I learned a lot about identifying. I'm guessing you're talking about wine. All right, guys. So I'm signing out. I just posted a video. Like I said, I'm repeating myself. I just posted a video on a small, I don't want to say small, I just keep saying small, but a craft company called One for All. Pet-friendly candles or fragrances. Check out that video. Make sure you hit like before you leave this live chat. And if you have any other questions that I didn't answer or anything that comes to mind, comments. If you don't know already, I respond to every single comment that you guys post. It may take me a day or two because I like to do a whole bunch at one time, but I respond to every comment. So if you haven't subscribed, from the bottom of my heart, please, the more subscribers we have, the more fuel we have in the tank. What I mean by that, the more subscribers we have, the more we'll be able to do, the more destinations we'll be able to get to, the more value we'll have to our content. Trust me, with each and every new subscriber, the content, the value is going to go up. I'm signing out. I will have new content all throughout this week. I'm amping things up like crazy. And keep your eye open for my main page for the announcement of more live videos, because I have a feeling there's going to be maybe a few more this week with me traveling so much. So have a great day. Have a great holiday weekend. Sincerely, everyone relax, enjoy. If you're with family, relish the time, enjoy the time. And pop on a movie, do something fun, have a cocktail, open up a bottle of wine. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. And now is the awkward moment where I hit the finish button and I pretend like, oh God, okay.